We live? Says we're live. Oh, there I am on Insta. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. We live? Says we're live. We live? Says we're live. Okay, we are live. I'm hearing me. I'm hearing me. All right, we're gonna try and make a fire, guys. Gonna try and make a fire. Ba 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 ba. Where are my comments? There we go. If you're watching on Instagram, I won't be able to see your comments. So switch to, I don't know, the second YouTube channel or Twitch or Facebook, but not Rumble because I don't think that does vertical streaming. Okay. So Tony, that It review was awesome. Thank you so much. I had a lot of fun doing that with Logan. Ugh. I've been wanting to do this stream for a bit. We're gonna have to grab a starter log. I don't know how long we'll be able to get. Well, the log will stay lit for 3 hours at the least. I did my fire pit. Are we back? Back? Confirm that we are back. Because it said it lost connection for a second. It says 11 people are still watching. It says the time's still going up. Hold on. Let me switch the camera around. How do I do that again? Oof. Oh, I do with this. There we go. A ton of snow. Ugh. Okay, I was on the downstairs Wi-Fi. Should probably just turn the Wi-Fi off in general. All right. Okay. Put that there for a second. Are we back again? All right, we are back again. Okay. Can you see the pit? You can. Let's move this back. Ah, making a hole in the snow. Okay. Come on. Okay. Hopefully that stays. Do I have weights? I have weights somewhere. Oh, never mind. My weights are under the tarp. All right, let's put gloves on. Let's remove the tarp. And we're going to light this bad boy up. Remember, super chats or bits are not required for these live streams, but they are very much appreciated. Okay. I got my microphone on. Ugh. I really should get a shovel, I think. Let's try to yank it up. Let's just try to yank this baby up. Over. Whoa, God. Oh, Jesus. Look at this. It's like sheets of ice. There we go. Oh, God, it all got in the fire pit. Oh, no, it all got in there. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It'll be good. Spend days covering this thing. Take the tarp off. All the ice walls in. Okay. All right. Gonna move this tarp back by the house. Yep. All right. Whew. Don't fall. That could go viral for wrong reasons. It might happen. It might happen. All right. Okay. Gonna put the starter in there, pile the wood on top of the starter so it catches. Okay. I usually don't like to use starter logs. At the most, I'll use those little tumbleweeds or starter sticks. But, yeah. And the elements are this bad. Sometimes you gotta use them. Ice are coming for the... No, not that, you assholes. All right. Get that there. You move. Okay. There. There we go. That should... Hopefully these catch. Go. Plus snow on that. All right. Now we're gonna light this bad boy up. I'm gonna grab a tumbler too. Second. Ugh. So the starter wrapper is burning, and it should catch the log on fire, and hopefully the sticks I put above it will also catch. But I did pour a bunch of snow in there on accident. So we're gonna get some tumbleweeds. Give it a little bit of an extra boost. Oh my God, this stuff is so hard to walk in. Okay, where did I put those things there? Whew. Okay, making my way back. Oh, I got some. Hold on. Some extra grass here. Nice. Whew. Whew. Hasn't caught yet. Whew. Try burning the snow. Doesn't matter. But extra. We're getting somewhere. Okay. Usually I have a big crowbar thing that I use to poke this, but I honestly don't know where it is right now. It's covered in snow somewhere. Okay. I had to break this fire pit down and rebuild it. Okay. The starter log is lit. Will it catch the other wood around it? Come on. I think we got something going here. Okay, the bark is melting off the thing. Okay, I think we're good. We're gonna have an honest to goodness fire. Not a crazy one. All of my other wood is underneath ice right now. And I need to go back to Johanna. She had like 3 trees that are falling down on her property. That's where I got a lot of the wood. I need to go back and chop it all up. But it's been too wet or too icy lately to do that. I'm coming back. Okay. Pour some gas on it. No, I'm okay. Wish I had snow, but I live in a part of Texas where it's 80 degrees during Christmas. Lucky. Going to be another Carrie adaptation. I heard you talk about. Yeah, I think Mike Flanagan is doing Carrie as a show now. Tony completing every side quest except start that show with Manny. Snowplow came through finally. I was shoveling my driveway and my car was. I finally bought a cover for my car. Yeah, I finally bought a cover for my car, and I can't tell you how great it felt. This morning, just yanking the cover off, and my car was spotless. I don't know why I've never gotten a cover for my car before. It makes so much sense. Typically record on Mondays. Let me get back to you. Maybe this coming Monday, I might be good. I'll try to lock down this Monday for you. Well, this snow sucks. Like I said, it's got a top layer of ice, like a sheet. Got to like break through it, and then you can get a nice. Not with these gloves, but you know what I mean. That was loud. Hey, the fire's catching. Fire's catching. I apparently am in the club of people who needs to buy a car cover. Yes. All right, you know what? I'm going to move the chair over. Then I'll angle the camera on the fire, and this will be a nice Q&A. You just ask Tony questions while we watch a fire together. Ugh. All right. Hey, Tony, during the IT review, did you mention if you think they landed the spider form this time around? I think they made it worse. No, I said I liked it. I like the compromise of it being part Pennywise, part spider. We totally forgot to mention how bad the change to the suicide thing was. I think we talked about it off camera, and then we hinted to it in the episode, and then I think we just forgot to follow up on it. But Stan's suicide, like, they just totally ruined the whole Stan suicide thing. It was ridiculous. Let me move all this ice. Ah. Ah. Oh, sorry. What didn't you like about Pennywise spider form in It Chapter 2? Prefer me in person. Okay, well then Monday's a hard maybe because I think it might snow again on Sunday. So let's figure out the weather. But if it works, then yeah, I'll come. Whoa, bean burritos for $1.99. Your 10 most hated characters in movie history? Oh God, I don't know. For $2 on spur of the moment, I don't have that ready to go. 10 most hated characters. I don't even know where to begin with that. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't know. Who's the character I hate? It's hard to hate a character because a lot of characters you're supposed to hate. I literally don't know. I don't know. Let's avoid paying for list or best worst questions. I don't want you guys to waste your money. Because I would have to stare at like my list of movies and figure out who I hate. Looney Bin Jim from Punisher Warzone. I don't know. That's one that comes to mind. I really didn't like that character. Yeah, okay, Greg. The fat character from Return to Sleepaway Camp is pretty bad. Skylar White. Oh, Mulder's lady informant in X Files is pretty bad. Agent Reyes from X Files is pretty bad. Mm. Jane also kind of sucked in Breaking Bad. But again, these are characters you're kind of supposed to hate. Walt Goggins and Predator. I don't hate him, even though I probably should after that one scene. The Lingerer and Pineapple Express. I don't even remember that. I've only seen Pineapple Express once. I just thought it was really silly. It was silly little. I thought it was a little silly Pennywise cracking jokes with supposed to be a crazy, horrifying, Lovecraftian monster chasing. Yeah, but then you lose Bill Skarsgård. And that kind of ruins movies sometimes. And I mentioned in the episode, I hate it when a really cool, compelling character turns into a special effect at the end. And we kind of lose that villain. So I thought that was a good compromise to have the spider be part clown. And it kind of fits with the book, not the spider part of the book, but we mentioned it, like when he's the werewolf, he starts to be a werewolf with like pom-poms on him. When he's a giant bird, the bird will have balloons. So it kind of played in that idea where it's a horrifying monster mixed with a little bit of clown. So I don't know. I liked the Pennywise spider. I thought that, because if you're going to turn into a regular spider, it's just not going to work. You need Bill Skarsgård for that ending. It works in the book because the spider, like, it is narrating his own chapters, but visually you kind of just lose something when it's a spider. And we lost it in the original when it turned into a poorly stop motion thing and a poorly puppeted animatronic. Stuff your sorries in a sack, mister. Yeah, live episode this Thursday. I got wrapped up in that His and Hers show. I hope someone else on the panel also watched all of it. I still need 3 more things to watch. Gonna watch it tonight. My day's been pretty good. Finally got out of the house for the first time in a few days. Got to the gym. Got to see the twins. I showed them Wreck-It Ralph. They liked that. I fixed their alien toy that I got them because they threw it and its head broke off. So I went over there and super glued it for them. And then I got stuck in the driveway because Prism Mike apparently only shoveled out enough space for his wheels for his car. But if you were any other car, the shoveling didn't match up. So it took me 10 minutes to get out of a driveway, but I got there. Nah, I love Ben and Lost. I love how much people hated Ben and Lost. Ben was great. The Beast Within was fantastic. My grandmother was watching that around the holidays. I caught a little bit of it. Looks interesting. AJ Cannon, the pictures. I don't know. I would have to watch Watership Down. I don't remember that movie. It's like the sad movie with the mice, right? Am I thinking of the right thing? Whew. Let's try to center this a little better. Oh, that'd be fun. I was talking to handsome Cop Mike recently. He got a new job. He retired from being a cop, and he's got a new job. So I got to hit him up. Let's Go to Prison was a fun one. I think Johanna made me watch that years ago. Rabbits. That's what was in Watership Down. Rabbits. I knew it was some kind of furry critter. They're excited for the new Mario movie. Yoshi's in it. The T-Rex in the new Mario movie has the sound effect from Jurassic Park, so that's fun. Cupid 1997. I don't even know about that one. I have one thing planned for Valentine's Day. Actually, this Monday's episode coming up probably should have been the Valentine's Day episode, but oh well. You like Let's Go to Prison, but not Strange Wilderness. In all fairness, I haven't watched them in like 20 years, so I'm not sure. Jerk. Yeah, but the T-Rex in the trailer for Mario Galaxy is legit the Jurassic Park T-Rex. That is a problem. That is a problem. The pasta face is very upsetting. I was surprised the Bone Temple flopped at the box office. I kind of get it. The last one was kind of divisive 28 years later, and then to have a movie come out so soon after a very divisive film, that could be a problem. That's what happened with Solo after Last Jedi. Um, people were still fighting about Last Jedi, and then it's like, here's a new one. People were like, now we're done. Oh, Ashley Lawrence is in that one. Okay. Yeah, I can't talk about the things I watched yet. Whoa. Ugh, wish I had Coco. My fat ass doesn't need Coco, but this would be a nice Coco moment. Solo was really, really bad. And I think the behind the scenes stuff might have colored people's viewings, but also people were just Joe Schmo who didn't know any of that really didn't like Last Jedi or just thought it was meh. So I could see them not wanting to rush out to Solo. Same thing with 28 Days of the Bone Temple or 28 years. But I'm sure it'll hit Netflix and people will check it out. It got great reviews. Usually if you get great reviews, you could probably find a second life, but and I think the last one 28 years did really well that I think they'll still make a third one. Oh, speaking of Solo and most hated character, L337 hated that character. Because that character basically says all your heroes are slave owners in Star Wars. And I'm like, well, they're robots. It's a little different. That was worth it to you? His dice? He just had dice. Some girl gave it to him or whatever. Watching your last Hellboy review, were you aware of the behind the scenes stuff with the 2019 one? I know the leopard guy was going to be a white dude, and then people got upset, so they because he's Asian in the comics, so they changed him. But other than that, I don't know too much of the behind the scenes stuff. Oh, okay, quarter cab. I didn't know if you were serious or not. You hate Salacious Crumb? I love that guy. No, but then they put that robot's brain in the Millennium Falcon, and I swear to God, if that movie was well received, there probably would have been a scene in Rise of Skywalker where Lando plugs into the Falcon and we heard her voice. I said if Lando plugs into the Falcon and we hear L337's voice, I will walk out of episode 9. I should have walked out anyway. The movie was really bad, but hey, you leave Joe DeRosa alone. My good friend Joe DeRosa. Manny, leave my good friend Joe DeRosa, the greatest comedian I know, alone, please. I don't know. Most Star Wars names sound a little perverted. It's funny. I stopped watching Better Call Saul after the first season. Not because it was bad. It was just that was a very busy time in my life. I wasn't really watching too many new shows. You're in the middle of a heat wave. Where are you, Michelle? You're dealing with a heat wave. Sorry, I'm hypnotized by the fire. Speaking of Rose, I'd love to see you do live at Skankfest. Maybe get a. I don't know if I'm not big enough in that crowd for Skankfest. Two, I don't know how to do my show at Skankfest. I don't know if I'd be good at that. The same with people who want me to go to Hackamania. I'm like, I'm not really like Hackamania adjacent. Hackamania adjacent. Oh, you're in Australia. 49 degrees Celsius. Michelle, we don't use dirty communist forms of measurement and temperature. Please use God's chosen Fahrenheit, please. We use freedom over here. But yeah, I have friends in Australia. They said they're going through a heat wave. It's so cold in California too. Like it's 62 degrees, I think. Lucha, I will punch you. Want to talk about romantic getaways? Bride of Chucky might be a good review for Valentine's Day. Well, stand by. Did they not confirm that he was Harvey Dent? Or did they only confirm that Sebastian Stan is in the movie? Live from Castle Bam? Probably not. Here in California in San Jose, it's 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Jeez. Okay, it's 120 degrees then. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. You with your Celsius. Freaking metric system. No. We don't do that. We don't do that. They did confirm he's Harvey. I'm like, okay, probably be a good Harvey Dent. Is he going to be Two-Face in the movie? Who knows? Ugh. Probably better than the Harvey Dent in Joker 2, who was there for no reason. I don't know why they did that. I guess to set up that Batman will have other enemies besides the Joker who kills Joker and takes his name, we assume. I'm not snacking on anything by the fire. I didn't bring any food. I just worked out. I gotta log my calories actually and see if I'm even allowed to eat for the rest of the day. That's what people thought was going to happen with the Dark Knight. Like Two-Face will come back on the third one, and then they didn't do that. What's next? Feet instead of meters? We only use feet. Billy D. Williams. Sorry. I'm so glad in the Lego movie they brought him back as Two-Face. That was fun. I wish they would animate the Batman 89 comics. That'd be a good time. Hmm. What a nice fire. Not my nicest, but it's good. Zane Swank, I wasn't planning on doing that. Something I could consider. First two feel like two movies merged into one. They're okay. I tried showing them Lego Batman a long time ago and the Super Pets movie. Maybe they were just a little too young for it. Maybe I'll try again because they like the animated series now. No, there wasn't a live action Batman show. There was a Superman show in the 90s. Iceland was warmer than Texas this weekend. Jeez. Oh, quarter cap, relax. He did a good job. Logs fell. Isn't Anarchy the bad guy who like gets killed in like 5 seconds in Arkham Origins? Or is that Electrocutioner? One of them like gets their butt kicked like right away. I'm not gonna freeze. I got a nice fire. No, I don't need any s'mores. It's a shame the Batman is so goddamn long. That probably is like one of the closest interpretations to like the more serious comics. It's just too freaking long. As overstuffed as the Nolan movies are, at least there's a lot happening. Whereas the Batman, I'm just like, there's not enough happening here to justify this long ass runtime. Less shots of him staring blankly, please. Let's speed this up. We'll never touch it again. I love the original, but do you think they gonna? No, I think The Crow's done for a while. I think we're done. It took a long time for that Crow to get made. I think we're done. I think we're done on Crow movies for a while. Looks like I need 6 or 7 more sticks. I am not about to walk around looking for loose sticks in the snow. I never got around to watching Beware the Batman. I know it was very short-lived. Ugh. Is that what happened? It got canceled like right away. That was kind of like Swamp Thing. I never finished Swamp Thing. I started it, but like I remember it was just like Swamp Thing's canceled after its first episode. It's like, wait, what? I do not have Moonshine. Oh, Kurtwood Smith is Gordon in that? That sounds pretty cool. Am I watching Fallout? I have not started it. That'll probably be on the next wrap up because I think it's finished soon. But I am excited to watch that. I can't think of the last Batman thing I watched that wasn't on the show. We mentioned it in our worst Crow episode. Maybe I'll go through all the episodes with Logan. I enjoyed the little bit I watched of Swamp Thing. And it didn't. That was the weird thing. Once the DC Universe app stopped, like I just could not find that show anywhere unless I bought it physically. It just wasn't streaming. I know since then it is now streaming, but again, it's just, do I have time? to watch a show that got canceled if I can't really talk about it. That's the thing these days. I got to like factor in like I only have so much time to watch so many things. And a lot of the things I need to watch are for the show. So it makes it difficult to watch things that aren't for the show. The only movie I treated myself to was the Neil Diamond cover band movie that came out last month, Song Sung Blue. If that hits a big streaming site, then maybe I'll talk about it on the show. But like, I just love Neil Diamond and Hugh Jackman, so I really wanted to give that movie a shot. And I enjoyed it as a Neil Diamond fan. Probably not the best movie. It's your typical biopic, not at all realistic. Apparently, the real life character Hugh Jackman plays, his son is very upset because he was totally omitted from the film. They don't even mention him having a son, but he might be a little biased. Stargirl was really good. It was canceled only after 3 seasons. The only thing I saw of Stargirl was her cameo in the final season of Titans, and I didn't even finish the final season of Titans, and I really like Titans. I think James Wan did produce the show. And now I think James Mangold's doing the new Swamp Thing movie. And the girl in Swamp Thing was Sophia Falcone in Gotham. Frailty might be a fun one to do. Frailty has a good twist at the end. Sorry, I'm getting all stuffy. They did have sex in Titans. Well, Dial of Destiny was doomed from the beginning. You can't do an elderly Indiana Jones. I don't know why anyone thought that was a good idea. Best Worst American Pie movie would be a good one. But it would have to be broken up into 2. It would have to be like mainline movies and spin-offs. Yes, I played all the Batman Arkham games. I own them all as well. Although comedies don't do great, so American Pie might have to be live episodes. I highly doubt they're going to have Grant Gustin play the Flash in the movies. I mean, he did 7 seasons of that show. He did a fine job. I mean, obviously, I checked out of the later seasons, but a lot of people did. I never checked out Zombievers. What could you possibly quote from Dial of Destiny? Watch out, it's the Dial of Destiny? That's all I can think about. We got to dial our destiny today. Is that one of the lines? You watch that animated Batman film, which is tied to the Arkham game? Yes, we talked about it in our underrated animated Batman episode. And I clipped it on this second channel that you're currently watching me on. Just go to the clipped reviews playlist and scroll until you find it. More Indiana Jones movies. Well, they shouldn't have started with an elderly Indiana Jones. I wouldn't have minded a new Indiana Jones or like an animated series or something. So how are you on this fine day? I'm doing fine, Astral. I got a nice fire going here. We cheated. We cheated with a starter log. That'll burn for 3 hours. But I'm feeling pretty good. I do want to roll that log on top of the fire, but I don't have my poker because it's underneath a bunch of snow. I'm gonna walk around and see if I can find a stick big enough to push that log on top of the fire. Ugh. Do I have a stick? A stick, a stick, a stick, a stick. There's got to be something here by the tree. Oh, I got a shovel. This might work. There you go. Clomp, 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 clomp. Just feel like I'm walking on glass breaking. Okay. I need this guy. There we go. And then you get over here. Cool. Ooh. Perfect. Lucha, I have no idea. Probably a new guy. Maybe the guy from Solo. What do you think? Oh, I never played the new Indiana Jones game. I heard that was actually solid. Yeah, I got the crackling starter log in there. What kind of Nazis are you? Who kills the Fuhrer? Is that something that happened in the new movie or the game? Are the Nazis trying to kill Hitler in the new game? What? He was a fine actor. I mean, he wasn't even really like that bad in Solo. Solo just wasn't a good movie. But I bet you when he signed on for Solo, he was like, oh, yeah, I'll be in 1,000 Star Wars movies and a bunch of Indiana Jones. This is a 2-for-1 deal. And then that didn't happen. It's weird. It's weird there isn't more expanding universe stuff for Indiana Jones other than video games and like some old books. Like an animated Indiana Jones series, I feel like would do super well. Then again, they didn't really do, like back in the day, they didn't really do animated Star Wars other than droids and Ewoks. All right, well, quarter cab. That's you got to separate that stuff when you watch movies. I don't know. I heard the animated series was really bad on Netflix, and I love Tomb Raider. I actually didn't hate the last Tomb Raider movie, although if you are fans of that game, it is a bit of a letdown that they didn't really do the story. But other than that, I thought it was a solid movie. I like Sophie Turner and the way she cut her cheeks off, but I like that she's wearing the traditional outfit, which I was not expecting because they've never really done the outfit. Angelina Jolie either had the blue suit or she wore the short shorts with the black top, and it's like, no, it's blue shirt, black, whatever, shorts. They didn't really do it. And of course, the new one was based off the reboot Lara, which wore pants. So, yeah, I actually wouldn't mind a short round movie. That could be fun. Yeah, that could work. Troy Baker is Indy. I'm fine with that. My favorite was years ago. I forget the name of the channel, but they did like a commercial for like an A&E biography about Indiana Jones, and it was really funny. They're interviewing like relatives of people whose family he killed. There was like this really fat Asian guy. He's like, my name is this, but you know me as Short Round. It was such a good documentary. Oh, he does Batman and Joker and Batman versus Ninja Turtles. That's one I've had for a while. Have not watched it yet. Uh, just admiring this fire. God, I can't remember what that channel was called. It was such a good documentary. Yeah, okay, I did share a clip of it in one of the Indiana Jones episodes. So I guess the only way to find out is to watch the 5 or 6 hour long compilation video of all the Indiana Jones reviews and let me know what the name of that video was. Now, does it follow the comic? What's better, the Batman versus Ninja Turtles comic or the animated movie? The comic book is based on the comic it's based on is one of my favorite comic book crossovers. Did they release the second Power Rangers versus Godzilla comic? Because that first one was fun. I also need to get the second Justice League versus Godzilla and Kong. That sounds fun. Well, if it's a bad Godzilla sequel, it wouldn't be the first bad Godzilla sequel. I guess they're going to follow up on him regenerating and whatever that radiation was on the girl at the very end when her veins were getting all crazy. Oh, they did do the second Godzilla book? I got to get that. Yeah, the first Justice League one was good. Godzilla not fault the Transformers? I'm sure it'll happen at some point. He's bigger than a lot of the Transformers, though. The Transformers aren't that big, other than like a few of them. They're either gigantic or they're like regular King Kong size. Yeah, I'm not crazy about the designs in Absolute Batman. Honestly, these days I just read Godzilla crossovers of comics. I rarely buy like just a regular comic anymore. Like it's a Godzilla crossover. There we go. They're doing a follow up to Monster Peace Theater. It's Godzilla and Romeo and Juliet. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm all in on that. Yeah, if the Transformers turn into like a big combiner, that could work. That would be great, quarter cab. Godzilla +1. You want to see Godzilla versus the Universal Monsters? Well, you should read Godzilla Monster Piece Theater, because he does fight the Mummy and Dracula. And I know Dr. Frankenstein's in it. I think the monster might be in it. I gotta read it again. But he also fights all the famous literary characters like Captain Ahab and The Great Gatsby and Sherlock Holmes. It's a great book. Godzilla or Charles Barkley. They're equal in my eyes. I don't know, but I'm excited for Monarch to come back. And that stuff is burning up. Moon is nice and bright. You guys want to see the moon? There it is. Oh, that star is not showing up. What happened to your Godzilla podcast? It is not on YouTube. I set up a there is a Godzilla versus the Pod Monster Rumble and Twitch channel that you can subscribe to. But Joanna had a lot going on last year, including her move. But we do want to bring it back. So it'll probably go live on Twitch and Rumble. Rumble will have the archive video link. And the audio feed never went away. We just stopped uploading to it. So still subscribe to the audio feed. Yeah, we get plenty of deer. Actually, it's kind of weird. There's no deer right now. It's 5:40. Around now, there's usually like a family back here, but I'm guessing they moved. They because of the snow, they're rethinking things. There were a bunch pulling into the development. I saw a bunch of them. You're lucky you have a hill in your backyard. I wish I didn't have a hill in my backyard. It would make shooting stuff that I have planned a lot easier. I didn't watch regular Game of Thrones, so no. Is it good? Are Game of Thrones fans liking it? Is it a comedy? All the trailers make it seem like a straight up comedy. I don't think we need to explain the giant spine in Godzilla X Kong. It's just a big spine. It's just a big monster that died, and now it's a bridge. I do not have the Godzilla podcast on Patreon. Should we set up a free Patreon for Godzilla versus the Pod Monster? Well, sex in a movie and show doesn't really mean porn. Yes, I went through both Twin Peaks books by Mark Frost. The Secret History of Twin Peaks and Twin Peaks The Final Dossier, and love them. I went back and I re-listened to Dale Cooper's audio tapes from Twin Peaks, which is short. It's like 45 minutes, only for the first season. And now I decided, even though I own a physical copy, I decided to go through the Secret Diary of Laura Palmer. And then when I'm done these, I think I'll do I'll go back to the Dune books and probably the Anne Rice novels, return to both of those. And then maybe start the Stephen King Dark Tower universe. Well, no, I don't know if I charge anyone for Casilla, but if like Patreon has built-in live streaming, if it works for new accounts, that might be something I might consider, but we'll see. Ever tried uploading the podcast on Discord? What? Whoa, panic pun. Hold on. I have a dumb Freddy versus Jason question. Was Laurie's dad supposed to be Dr. Neil Gordon from Nightmare 3? I heard early scripts he was. Well, I feel bad you spent $10 on that. I don't know. Well, he was in the final version of the movie, he's definitely not supposed to be that doctor. Whether he was supposed to be a doctor in early scripts, I would have to look that up. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I had more information for you. I can see why he would be Dr. Neil from earlier versions because he works at Weston Hills and whatnot, but yeah, I cannot confirm that. I'm sorry. Sorry, panic pun. What do I do to relax? I do this. I light up a fire pit and I just stare in the fire. Occasionally I do karaoke, but I don't feel like drinking too much these days, so unfortunately those kind of go hand in hand. And when the weather's nice, I go for walks. And now that I have these mics and stuff, I want to do more of these IRL streams. Tony, what conventions are you going to try to attend this year? Oh, there's one in August that I'm a guest at. It's a sci-fi convention. God damn it. Why am I blanking on the name? I think it's going to be in New York. I'll share it at some point. Other than that, I don't know. I think this summer I'm going to do the drive-in again, but not as much as I did last year. I think I'm only going to go for VHS Fest, Batman Day, and the wrestling event. Thank you, Jonathan Henry. Throw oil to the fire. No. You stare at the fire and not make s'mores? Yeah, I'm not a s'mores guy. I don't know what to tell you. I'm trying, Devil Owner. I'm trying to keep my sister away from that dastardly prison mic. The new baby can actually support her head now, so now she just wants to sit up all the time. Tony's a big fan of Prodigy because he's a fire starter. It's crazy. That fire's been going and it's barely melted any of the snow or ice that are on these bricks. That's how freaking cold it is out here. A Korean horror Cinderella. That sounds fun. Sorry, I missed the Daredevil questions. I saw a trailer. I watched the trailer today, and I didn't have time to react to it. But what was the Daredevil questions? We'll probably talk about it on the wrap up, like we did last year. I have not attended G Fest in Chicago. There is a Kaiju Con in Brooklyn, New York, that I got a flyer for, so I might go there. I mentioned handsome cop Mike earlier. He retired from being a cop, and now he has a new job. I just got to figure out a time to get him out here and record with him. I've never been to G Fest. Ooh, I am not wearing my wool socks, and my feet are freezing in these boots. I might have to end this soon. What did we do? An hour and 6 minutes. Let's go to an hour and 15 minutes. I'm calling it. I don't know. I haven't read enough Stephen King books to answer that. I don't really care about that. Daredevil, Born Again, season 2, whatever. It's actually season 5 of the whole show, but I think that's just a holdover from them fumbling last time. He's doing great. I felt bad. He called me on Halloween when I was about to record, and then I didn't call him back until like Christmas. I'm like, sorry, I forgot your call. Ugh. It's not warm enough. The fire's not that warm enough. I can put it closer to the fire, but it's not going to get that warm. And I put my feet on the fire. The shoe's going to melt. Yeah, I showed the moon earlier. Hold on. It's not full. I forget what kind of moon that is right now. I don't know much about the moon. Sorry, guys. I think it's just the way it's categorized on the website. They need it to say, or the app, they need it to say the same thing. When is Lemmy coming back? She was in the chat earlier. Do Dreamcatcher, man. The thing with David Lynch, the thing with Stephen King is that like I have this compulsion to read the books most of the time, and some of his books are fucking long. So that Institute series based on Stephen, was that what Castle Rock was? Is that what you're talking about? Movie Dumpster had a fun episode. Like, oh yeah, I saw they did Freaked, which I did on rental reviews. And I was so happy James picked Freaked because I think I mentioned in the review, I had seen the movie years before, but I didn't know what it was called. I could never find it. I've seen a bunch of the Puppet Master movies. Send Help, I do want to see. Prison Mike really wants to see that. Apparently, Prison Mike is a very big what's her face fan, Rachel McAdams fan. I'm a big Sam Raimi fan, and actually, me and him might do Red Eye with Rachel McAdams, the Wes Craven movie. Actually, Cujo is like one of the physical Stephen King books that I own. Kojo? I think you mean Cujo. Jurassic Park is a good book. Regina George, yeah. A huge Notebook fan. Big. Oh no, she's not. I was gonna say Walk to Remember, but that was Mandy Moore. My bad. That book is forever long. The Stand. Cujo is not forgotten. How many rom-coms you do enjoy? Yeah, I'm sure there. This is Saving Silverman. It's a great one. Dracula book's great. Are you doing the one with like Alan Cumming and Tim Curry narrating? That's a good one. Top 5 Stephen King boner descriptions. Ooh. Oh, that's mostly just the starter log burning now. The other sticks are still on fire, but whoa, God! I think I will warm up my feet a little bit. Ah! Whew. Yeah, it did get dark. Well, I started at like what, almost like around 5-ish. Yeah, I started like 4:40. So yeah, it gets dark. It does get dark. Oh. I gotta shower, warm up, and then edit tomorrow's video. Which oh crap. I gotta make a post for Patreon and the channel members, letting them know early what's going on tomorrow. From Dusk Till Sean would be fun. That would be a really fun one to do, but I don't think it's gonna happen ever. All right, hour and 15 minutes. That's all I got in me for today. Thank you for joining the stream. I'm gonna go warm up now. This fire was nice. I'm glad I got to share this. I might do more fire streams with you guys when it's not freezing cold and covered in ice. No, I'm not doing a shower stream. Maybe on OnlyFans. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching and thank you for being followers.